একলা পুরুষ কৃষ্ণ আর সব বৃত্ত যাইছে নাচায় তৈছে করেনি, যারে জয়ছে নাচায় তৈছে করেনি। एकमात्र पुरुष तो कृष्ण है, आप दूसरे पुरुष कहाँ से आ गए? क्योंकि जिस गोस्वामी लिखा ना, ये मैं पुरुष हूँ, पुरुष शरीर है, मैं पुरुष हूँ।
Mirabai wrote to Jiva Goswami saying that I want to meet with you in private. Jiva Goswami replied that I can meet with any lady in a solitary place. I am a renunciate. The Mirabai wrote back that there is only one male according to the scriptures. Krishna is the supreme personality of God, the only male, the only enjoyer. How can there be another Purush? How can there be another male? So Mira wrote back in this way to Jiva Goswami. Then Jiva Goswami thought that this lady is very intelligent. She's not an ordinary person. At that time, Jiva Goswami did not say anything. In this ordinary dealings, we should remember who we are. We cannot leave this conception of I am this body in general sense. The meaning is where the word Purush is used. The word Purush is used in scriptures. The supreme enjoyer is Krishna. Everybody else is the enjoyed. One is the enjoyer and the other is the enjoyed. In this body, not ordinary dealings, we have to, for practical reasons, we have to identify ourselves as man or woman. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and the jivas are his energies, meaning feminine in nature. Even Srimati Radhika is Shakti Tattva, feminine. Krishna is Shaktiman, Radha Shakti. So the only Purush, male, is Krishna. All living entities are female apart from Krishna. So this is Vaj Kirtan. It's a Kirtan of Mirabai. I have worn this color of Krishna around my body. And Jiva Goswami replied, you are worshipping Krishna, it's very good, but not until you have worshipped Srimati Radhika can you enter into Shringar Ras. Until you wore the color of Srimati Radhika's sari or in the mood of Srimati Radhika. For this reason, Jiva Goswami with this shloka, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami composed this shloka. He presented the shloka to her. Sham Ras is Shringar Ras. To enter into Parikya Bhav, we have to wear the color of Sham color sari, meaning entering into Parikya Bhav. This Swakya Bhav is the conjugal relationship of man and woman is known as Swakya Bhav.
विवाह विधि आदि के नियम को पालन करके जो रहते हैं उसे सत्य कहा है। जैसे सत्यत्व भाव वास्तव में प्रकाशित हुआ है गारकम कृष्ण लीला में कृष्ण विधिवत
Krishna married 16,108 queens in the proper following the rules and regulations. Satyabhama Nagajit Jai.
इनके साथ कृष्ण विधिवत विवाह किया तो सत्यत्व भाव द्वारका में दिखा
So this Sakya Bhava is present in Dwarka, but in Braj, Vrindavan, there's the paramour mood, Parakya Bhava. The pastimes with Krishna, with the gopis. When Krishna was in Vrindavan 10 years and 11 months. Some say 8 months, some say 10 and 11. And some until the age of 11. There's no writings of Krishna getting married during those years. When he went to Mathura, in some kalpas, Krishna married Rukmani in Mathura. This has been described. But according to Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's marriage was in Dwarka. For this reason, in Dwarka, Krishna married the Sakya Bhava, in the Sakya Bhava of husband and wife, where he had children. One queen had 10 sons and one daughter. So in a very beautiful way this has been described of his family-like pastimes. So higher than Vaikuntha is Dwarka in this shloka. Why? Because there's Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his family members performed a variety of pastimes. Just like we in this world have children and have love and affection towards them, and Krishna in the same way, in showing this Sakya Bhava, conjugal mood, but in Braj he performed Ras Leela with the gopis in Parakya Bhava. There's two considerations here, Sakya and Parakya. Vrindavan is Parakya Bhava is supreme, and this is supreme in sweetness. In the Ras Sastra, according to Gaudiya Vaishnava conceptions, we give prominence to the Parakya Bhava. So in this Parakya Bhava ja Brajate Pracha. Ujjwal Ras is that where there is paramour mood. In this world, paramour mood is most degradable and is leading us to hell. But in the transcendental realm, only in the hearts of the gopis, this Parakya Bhava is there. For this reason it is said, Parakya Bhava ja Brajate Pracha. Not outside of Braj, only in Braj, and only in the hearts of the gopis. So Jiva Goswami is saying this Parakya Bhava. So Meera is saying, I am wearing the color of Sham's sari, Sham Rang sari, meaning the color of Krishna. So in reply to this, Jiva Goswami is saying, if you want to enter Parakya Bhava, you will have to follow 3 rules. You'll have to take shelter of a one-pointed surrender to Srimati Radhika and live in Braj and take the association of the rasic sadhus. Jiva Goswami Padi said to Mira, whatever you're saying, you have glorified Krishna. You have not glorified Srimati Radhika in any way. If we have this abhiman, this pride to be Srimati Radhika's maidservant, then we cannot attain Rajendra Nandan Shyamala. Whether you stay in Vrindavan, if you even roll around in the dust of Vrindavan, not until you take the shelter of Srimati Radhika, you cannot wear the color of Krishna's sari. If you read or hear or sing of Krishna, Mirabai's kirtans, they are only of Krishna, and she's not at all surrendered to Srimati Radhika. So the conclusion that Srimati Mirabai's mood is only for Krishna, and she cannot get this until she surrenders into Srimati Radhika. She has served Krishna, is saying only Madhava. Those who serve only Madhava, Krishna, are called ignorant. So in this kirtan it is said, not until we take shelter of Srimati Radhika, then we cannot attain the love of Braj. People do not understand this. Bhaktisiddhanta Sarva Prabhupada is saying, where is Mirabai's destination? Only up to Dwarka. Why Dwarka? If one only surrenders and worships Krishna, they can only reach as far as Dwarka, and under the direction of the queens of Dwarka. You will not find anywhere in her kirtans, Mirabai's kirtans, of her glorifications of Srimati Radhika. She is writing, I came to Braj and wearing the color of Krishna's sari. But she hasn't accepted Srimati Radhika. Not until she has done this. She cannot enter into this Parakya Bhav of Braj. Even Lakshmi Devi did not accept Srimati Radhika's position. She is still performing severe austerities in Belwan. Why? She wants to enter the Ras dance in her Lakshmi body. But there's rules to enter the Ras. To attain any position, there are rules and regulations that need to be followed. You have to take birth in Braj, in the womb of a gopi, and attain a body of a gopi, and marry a gopa, and then take the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis. This is the formula. These are the conditions. Not until they take surrender of Srimati Radhika's Sakhi's gopis, and then Lakshmi Devi cannot attain her perfection. She's not accepting to surrender to Srimati Radhika, then they cannot enter the Ras. Mirabai did not accept Srimati Radhika, and therefore she cannot enter the Ras. she has never written, I am the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Gokul Khan. If you attain Brajendranandan Krishna, Gokul Krishna, you'll have to surrender unto Srimati Radhika. This, her internal nature is of the maidservant of the queens of Dwarka. Is Sakya Bhav. She is not of Parakya Bhav. Without surrendering to Srimati Radhika, you will have to surrender to Srimati Radhika. This very nice Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Tasmai Shri Gurave Bhagavasya Kripasindhu Devacha Patitanam Vaishnayo Namo. We'll speak about Jiva Goswami Padna. You spoke according to your qualification. Rup and Sanatan Goswami Pad and Anupam. His name was Vallabh, the father of Jiva Goswami. Also, he was known as Anupam. They were living in Ramkali Gaon. Once, Rup Sanatan told all three of us, we are worshipping Radha and Krishna, but Anupam, you are worshipping Lord Ramchandra. For this reason, you should worship Krishna, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is written in Bhagavad. Ram is not recognized as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Swayam Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan, but not the Supreme Personality of God. You have to, according to their qualities. These are very subtle conceptions of the Krishna is Solaskara. Krishna appeared in the Chandrabans soul. So 16 qualities in the moon, and Ramchandra appeared in this sun dynasty. 12 qualifications in the sun dynasty. And these are very subtle concepts. Just here, just remember that in the moon dynasty there are 16, and there are 12 qualities in the sun dynasty, Surya dynasty, under which Lord Ramchandra came. Just listen first. Kala. I will speak later and explain. Otherwise, I will. If you keep interrupting, I will be in not flow. They translate according to their ability. It's not mine. They will translate according to their ability. Yeah. Just listen first. So Chandra has 16 qualities. So Sun dynasty has 12 qualities. Lord Ramchandra came into the Sun dynasty. Krishna Chandra came in the Moon dynasty, and Lord Ramchandra in the Sun dynasty. Anupam. In this way, Rupa and Sanatan showed so many glories of Krishna to Anupam, and also of Krishna's dynasty. When one gets married in the traditional culture,
तुम्हारी रियाज क्या है,
where have you come from, which dynasty have you come from.
तय नहीं करता। पाश्चात्य देश की विधि दूसरी है, चलो हम उसको नहीं करते जा रहे।
We're not talking about the Western culture.
अनुसार विवाह आदि जब होते हैं,
It's not on, is
भाई
it?
तुम कौन वंश में आए हो, तुम्हारे पिता माता दादा और
Or your grandfather, your great grandfather. They look at that dynasty, your celestial lineage as well, your gotra. You can marry in this celestial lineage or not, and according these calculations are made, and there are many rules. In this way, Rup Sanatan were very learned, not ordinary. There are three brothers. They were expert in all shastras, from astrological calculations, reading birth charts. One who are born in Brahman family. All the Brahmanas were taught the Vedas in previous ages. And Shastra it is. Who is a Brahmana? All those who are born from the womb of a mother are all Shudras. We've all appeared from the womb of our mother. At that time, we were all Shudras, born Shudras. But until you get these mantras of the Vedas and these purificatory mantras, then we're twice born, taking Diksha. When you study the qualification of studying the Vedas, then you are Vipra, twice born, Brahmin, Dvija. The second birth, one seminal birth, and the other by mantra. Then they are given what is known as the Savitri birth, Diksha mantras. When you are qualified to read the Vedas from the age of 7, then you are considered Brahmana, Vipra, twice born. One who knows Brahma is known as Brahmana. This shloka is very important. The Brahmanas, they have this knowledge of the scriptures. This Rup Sanatan and his younger brother Anupam, they were born in Kulin Brahman families. And they were very knowledgeable in all subjects. So Rup Sanatan is saying to Anupam, you are well versed in the Vedas, in the scriptures. Here it is written in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is written, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ramchandra is Bhagwan, but he is not Swayam Bhagwan, not the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's those with 6 qualities and Vairagya, these 6 opulences of Bhagavan qualify one to be Bhagavan. Lord Ramchandra is Bhagavan. He's not the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they spoke like this to Anupam. And Krishna has 16 qualities, 12 Sare Basad, 64 for 62 and a half. Devatas have 50 qualities and more than the jivas. It's 50 qualities of the demigods. Shivji has 55 qualities. And Vishnu has 60 qualities, qualifications. Ramchandra has 62.5 qualities. Krishna has 64. And those 4 extraordinary qualities, not Narayan, not Ramchandra, not Dwarkadish or Mathuradish, only Brajendranand Shamsundar has these 4 extra: Rup, Leela, Venu Madhurya, and Prem Madhurya. In this way, Rupa Sanatan explained to Anupam, worship Krishna. So if we hear somebody's glories, which we want to worship them, Anuma tried. The next day, it was not possible, and told Rupan Sanatan, I have sold myself into the lotus feet of Ramchandra, Raghunath, meaning the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra. I cannot worship Krishna. At that time, Rup Sanatan said, don't worry, you keep your one-pointedness towards Ramchandra. Yeah. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Ramkaliga, these 3, they met with Rup Sanatan and Anupam. This mantra, pranam mantra, they offer this pranam mantra to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Chaitanya Namine Koratuse Namaha. In this way, at that time, Jiva Goswami was very young, 2 or 3 years old. He did not have the darshana of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. When Rup Sanatan met with Mahaprabhu, he was very small. Jiva Goswami is very small. Thereafter, Rup Sanatan, they left everything and then went to Vrindavan. It's described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jiva Goswami's father passed away at that time. So for some reason, medical reason, he passed away. Some Anupam's son, Jiva Goswami, his father left, and Rupa Sanatan renounced their duties and went to stay in Vrindavan. At that time, Jiva Goswami was in Navadvip Dham, maybe 200 kilometers, 150, 200 kilometers distance from Ramkali ground to Navadvip. There, he met with Nityananda Prabhu. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left home and there's nobody there in Navadvip. Only Vishnu Priya and Sachimata were there. Jiva Goswami had the darshan of Vishnu Priya and Sachimata and stayed there for some time. And with Nityanand Prabhu, he performed that parikram. After that, telling him the glories of Navadvip Dham, to attain the mercy of Vrindavan Dham, we have to worship Navadvip Dham. And there is no difference between the two abodes. But Navadvip Dham, only by the mercy of Navadvip Dham will we get the mercy of Vrindavan Dham. So in this shlok it is saying, one who takes shelter of Navadvip Dham will attain Vrindavan Dham. One who does not take shelter of Navadvip Dham will not attain Vrindavan Dham. One who run his nose in the ground for many hundreds of years without getting the mercy of Navadvip Dham and Gaur Sundar. You may buy a property there if you have money, or in Vrindavan. Nobody is saying no. But according to the conclusions of the scriptures, you have to get the mercy of Navadvip Dham first. And the shelter of the lotus feet of Gaur Sundar. If you don't get their mercy, you cannot attain Vrindavan Chandra. So Nityananda Prabhu explained all of this to Jiva Goswami. Jiva, do one thing. Go to Vrindavan. So Jiva Goswami is questioning Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Navadvip is Guru Tattva. Nityananda Prabhu is Dham Tattva and Guru Tattva. He is Ashray Tattva, the shelter of divine love. So Jiva Goswami performed this Dham Parikram with Nityananda Prabhu. And so now you can go to Vrindavan. Then Jiva Goswami asked, first you said this Navadvip Dham is not different from Vrindavan. Why are you sending me to Vrindavan? It gave two reasons. One, very easily in Vrindavan you'll get sadhu sangha. Your uncles Rup and Sanatan are there. You will have their association, and you will get expert in the scriptures. And I'm saying to go to Vrindavan. Why? You will see Giriraj Govardhan directly. You will see directly the Jamuna. Navadvip Dham is known as a hidden Vrindavan Dham. It is Vrindavan, but it is hidden. You will not see Govardhan directly. You will not see it, but it is hidden in a secret way. There, you will not see Radhakund and Shyamkund. It is there, everything is there, but not directly. When you go to Vrindavan, you will see Govardhan directly, Shyamkund, Radhakund, Yamuna, and having their darshan, you will develop a stimulation in your heart. Seeing Govardhan, you will be immersed in emotional ecstasy. For this reason, Raghunath Das Goswami has said, so Dehi Govardhan. Vasam Dehi Govardhan. By which, in the caves of Govardhan, so many pastimes of Radha and Krishna, amorous pastimes took place. and you will have that darshan, and in your heart you will have stimulation. In Rasa Shastra, Alamban and Udipam are two aspects of this moods. Alamban is two types, Ashraya Lamban and Vishaya Lamban. And Udipan, when you see those things that stimulate the memories of the past times, seeing Radhakund and remembering the past times, seeing Giraj Govardhan, remembering Krishna's pastimes with the gopis, that will stimulate in your heart that serene, beautiful setting in Vrindavan will become stimulus for your own bhajan. Tata Jakutira Govardhana Khasami Gakula Malaya Vatasa Kartala Murali Vilas ये सब छोड़ तो कहीं नहीं जाऊं ये सब छोड़ तो पराना हरा. Very beautiful kirtan by Bhaktivan Thakur. This is the stimulation, Udipan. Udipan. So Jiva Goswami, go do one thing, go to Vrindavan. Your uncles are there. You will learn from them, and you become expert in the scriptures, and then you will have the darshan of those places where Radha and Krishna perform their sweet pastimes. In this way, Nityananda, following Nityananda's instructions, Jiva Goswami came to Vrindavan. When he was coming to Vrindavan, this mood came in Jiva Goswami's hands that I've heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he defeated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was a Mayavad sannyasi. At that time, his disciple Vachaspati, Madhusudan Vachaspati, he was living in Kashi at that time. I will meet with him. By what means did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeat Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? And by which arguments? Because in the material world, people don't want to listen to the teachings of the scriptures. We don't read Sanskrit, we don't know Sanskrit, we don't know what you're saying. Well, how do we know what you're saying is right, true? This is the case. Those who have not studied Sanskrit they will speak here and there, and it's like Kali Akshar Bhesh. Means in Hindi, just following the blind, or not studying. It's like following the buffalo line or something to that effect. Just speaking out of rote, whatever you've heard, but not having understood. So people want to hear logical arguments, material logic. If you can convince somebody with using this logic, then they will believe you. These days, nowadays, young girls are wearing short clothes. These are our clothes. We want my body. I want to wear clothes as I choose. If you don't like to see what I'm wearing, just close your eyes or walk the other way. What is it to me if you wear clothes or not wear clothes? But in the consideration of the community and society, there's some rules and regulations to follow, and that which if we don't follow, we will be ruined in our spiritual life. If you argue that this is my body, it's my clothes, it's like an example given in this material world. You've bought a car, you're driving the car, but you have to drive it according to the rules and regulations of the country. If you don't, then those people on the road, they will also suffer. In the road, it is written, you have to drive on the left side here. If you argue and say, I will drive on the right hand side. If you drive, you will be hurt, and the person driving on the right side will also be hurt. You will also suffer, and others will suffer. You can't argue, this is my car, I bought it with my money, I can do it. Yeah. But you have to follow the rules and regulations of the society. Is this true or not? In Shastra's scriptures, it is written about our ordinary rules and regulations that we must follow according to the society. When Sita crossed the line that Lakshman had drawn, then she lost her protection. When we see this on the serial by Ramanand Sagar serial, the Ravan came dressed as a sadhu and enticed her to come out of her line of protection. So threatened Sita that if she didn't come out, then her husband would be cursed and die. When she crossed that line, then Ravan showed his real nature. A woman who crosses the line of protection, she cannot come back to her. Ravan is saying this in this serial. When she came, she couldn't go back to her position of being protected. This is the teaching here. If we cross over the line of the rules and regulations of society, then very difficult to go back. Whether you're a man or woman, we all have a line of protection or rules and regulations that we need to follow. In the Shrutis and Smritis, Narad Panchratri, if you do not follow those, then you just become a disturbance to society. If you think I am a gopi, then you go to hell. We follow the rules, sadhus, sangha, nishta, ruchi, ashakti, up to the stage of bhav. Then you will realize your internal form and become a gopi. But you cannot impose this. If you just by wearing a crown and a sari or some makeup, you cannot become a gopi. You have to follow the rules and regulations. So, giving this example, Srila Jiva Goswami, if I will meet with Madhusudan Vachaspati, and I will learn how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and for this reason he went to Kashi, and he stayed there for some time. And Madhusudan Vachaspati,
और मिल करके
and there he learnt about Vedanta, heard and read, and how Mahaprabhu defeated Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That he learnt there very nicely there. Very nice. Now time is running. He spoke of Brahma. That Brahma is Madhusudan Vachaspati. Brahma is the only truth. The material world is false. Everything in this material. Only Brahma is the absolute truth. What you're calling Jiva, there is nothing such as thing as the Jiva. Everything is Brahma. And this thing, Atakash, Patakash, the inside of the pot and the outside of the pot. No, Jiva Goswami is saying, no, there is Brahma, and the Brahma has that potency, Shakti. Then Shastra says Brahma is one. Brahma is well, but he has potency. There's one. How many kings are there? How many kings of a country are there? There is only one king, one president. But there must be ministers if there is a king, and there must be an army. The king is there, and the king's potency is also there. It's called Raj Shakti. If there is a king, there is certainly his potency. Otherwise, there is no meaning of the king. When the king is coming, then his entourage is coming, his servants, his entourage. In this way, Mahaprabhu spoke to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and explained to him that Brahma has Shakti. If there is Shakti, then Parinamvad comes, the philosophy of transformation. The Advaitavatis don't accept this philosophy of transformation. Like from milk, yogurt is made, but that yogurt will never become milk again. In Brahma Samhita. There is potency. It's in the milk and in the yogurt. But the transformation is taken. Brahma is known as unchangeable. That is non-transformation when there is Shakti and Shaktiman. Bhagavan. This meaning of Brahma is actually means Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality. The primary meaning is the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Brahma. The main meaning of the word, primary meaning of Brahma is Bhagavan. Okay, Bhagavan. And there is no one equal to him. And how can there be anybody greater than him if there is nobody equal as him? If we say there is one special potency of the Lord, is known as inconceivable potency. This inconceivable potency acts for the Lord. Mahaprabhu, you can see in this world, just like a diamond, a precious stone, like a touchstone. If you touch that stone to iron, it will change to gold, but the stone itself will not change. This is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. There's another one. That stone remains as it is. And then there's mantra. By mantra, so many activities can be fulfilled. Hypnosis. You can hypnotize somebody by hypnosis, by mantra. So mantra has its potency. What you don't want to give, then they will give you whatever, soul, gold, silver, wealth. When the effect of the mantra disappears, then you think, oh, what have I done? Then you come to some kind of awareness. By that time, they've run away with all your wealth. It has been shown like this. You can also capture people's consciousness by this, like capturing the consciousness of a snake. By mantra, you can control a big snake. This potency is there in the mantra. The money, mantra, and aushadhi. Aushadhis are like herbs. By these herbs, so many illnesses can be cured. Innumerable types of illnesses, diseases that cannot be cured otherwise can be cured by special herbs. Like an Ayurvedic Sanjeevani. Sanjeevani, just mantra and showed. Mahaprabhu, even if this thing is present in the common things of this world, so what to speak of the inconceivable potencies that act in the spiritual world, the transcendental realm. Mahaprabhu established this. So there, Jiva Goswami Pad, the disciple of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Madhusudan Vachaspati, and had discussions with him. He was present. He was present at that time. And he learned how to defeat the Mayavad philosophy, which shlokas to use, and to establish what point. And you have to find the shloka. And Swami Maharaj was asked, why don't you eat the meat of cows? And then Swami Maharaj said, the cow is our mother and the bull is our father. The cow gives milk like our mother gives milk and nourishes us. Where is the evidence in scripture? We have 7 mothers. One is the Gomata. In our Hindu Shastra, Sanatana Dharma, the cow is considered as a mother. Who kills their mother and eats them? This is forbidden. Eating cow meat is forbidden, especially in Kali Yuga. And these few things are forbidden. In Kali Yuga, you cannot do Ashwamedh Yagya, sacrifice horses. You cannot kill the cow. Cow killing forbidden. In the previous ages, they were able to do this, but by the power of the mantra, they were able to bring the cow back to life. And they used to bring them young, make them young. In this yuga, they cannot do this. It's forbidden. So, another thing is forbidden. They sacrifice them to give them new birth. In different yugas, there are different activities that there was. Swami Maharaj used to give argument that he preached in the West with such logic and argument. Never was there in the past, nor will there be in the future.
दो लोग हैं, एक है भोगवादी और दूसरी है निर्विशेषवादी।
one is bhoga, enjoy, sense enjoyers, and the other are mayavadis. So in his pranam mantra, these two things are there. Shesha Sunyavadi. These qualifications in the Western hemisphere, they are Nirvisheshvadi and Sunyavadi. They do not believe in God. They are known as Nirvisheshvadi. In the Western world, there's so much in this mode of looking for evidence and arguing. Why don't you eat cow meat? They argue that if you eat cow meat, your body will be healthy. Those who don't eat cow meat, are they not healthy? Look, he's healthy. He's not. Hey, look, this tall Jayanta Prabhu. He's very tall and stout, healthy. Didi, Leelavati Didi. She doesn't eat meat. No. Maharaj, hathi nahi khate. The elephant does not eat meat. The elephant doesn't eat meat. So look at the life of Swami Maharaj, how he preached in the West. How will he speak of Radha and Krishna when he meets people like this, arguing with logic and questioning? It's like cutting the jungle. He was cutting the jungle. Whatever time he had, he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. He worked so hard. These what types of people he came across are making these questions. Those who want to put forward arguments. So speaking further, so Jiva Goswami stayed in Banaras, Kashi, and then from there he went to Vrindavan and met with Rupa and Sanatan, and he stayed with Rupa Goswami. He took Diksha Mantra from him. It is written in Bhakti Ratnakar. He took Diksha from Rupa Goswami Pad, and considering him as his guru, he served him such. Because it was the instruction of Nityananda Prabhu. He said, go to Vrindavan and stay with Rupa and Sanatan and learn from them. And Sanatan Goswami, he was writing on the philosophical conclusion. He was the presiding deity of Sambandha Gyan. And Rupa Goswami is the presiding personality of Abhidaya. In this way, he was known as Rasa Tattva Acharya, Rupa Goswami. And under Rupa Goswami, he studied and served. And once Vallabhacharya came, at that time, Bhakti Rasamrita, he was writing. And then the time he wrote, I'm writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What shloka are you writing? Bhakti Spriya. He wrote this shloka. At that time, Vallabhacharya He was a great learned personality. He was at his old age and very learned. He was proud of his standing, his knowledge. At that time, Vallabhacharya said, "Your shlokas are very beautiful, but what you have written, you have described mukti as a witch. This is not right. Those who are trying to attain mukti, liberation, with such great effort, and you have described it as a witch." What you have written is not right. What you've written about mukti is not right. What you've compared mukti to, like a witch, Pisachini. Do you know what a witch is? It says if a witch possesses you, they will take everything from you. Witch. Shakshini. Higher than a witch is somebody called Sakshini. Even more dangerous than a witch. So they will take your form and will pretend to be you in your house, and they will put you somewhere else in an enclosed space, so you're out of the way, and they will suck your blood. You will not know. Sakshuni. They will be exactly like you are. They will look like you. And your husband will think this is really you. Whatever, everything like you, as like you. You will think that this is your wife, but you will be somewhere else. And slowly she will suck everything and will kill you and kill your husband. Sakchuni. Very, very dangerous. One witch and another Sakchuni.
Vampires? No, I know, but this is what people call vampire? Like
Vampires don't take your form.
No, he's saying he takes blood also.
No, they take your life.
So in this way, Vallabhacharya is saying, those who are striving for liberation with such endeavor, by knowledge, and how you've compared it to be a witch, this is not right. And Rupa Goswami very humbly said, "You are learned. Please correct my writing. Whatever you desire, you can write and change my words." So Vallabhacharya said, "Okay, but time is 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I will go to bathe in the Jamuna. And so I'm going. And then I'll come back tomorrow and I will edit your writing." Rupa Goswami said, "Okay, very well. You're a learned person. I will allow this." And then Jiva Goswami was there, the young boy. "What my Gurudev has written is absolute correct. And you want to edit this?" And he became angry. Yeah, so making some excuse, I'm going to the Yamuna also to bring some water. He took the pot to the Yamuna, and wherever Vallabhacharya was there on that bank, and he started to collect water, and then started talking with Vallabhacharya, and in this way, and brought up this subject. What is the fault in Rupa Goswami? Why have you compared mukti with a witch? So Jiva Goswami has said, you are Pandit, you know Sanskrit. It's not connected with mukti. Read it carefully. Mukti, bhukti, spriya. Spriya means the desire to. He's talking about the desire for mukti, not mukti itself. This desire for liberation in our heart. Srila Rupa Goswami is writing about that. This is a witch. This desire is a witch. What is the cause of our bondage in this material world? This attachment. Vasana. Desire. The desire for mukti. How will Bhakti Devi manifest in the heart of such a person who has this desire for liberation? I'm such a Pandit and I didn't realize this myself. Vallabhacharya is thinking. Then he came back to Srila Rupa Goswami and asked Rupa Goswami, who is this young boy? I have two relationships. He's the son of my younger brother, Bhatija nephew, and I also gave him Diksha. He's my disciple. This child is very intelligent. Rup, I cannot correct your work. Now I understand. This young boy is so bright, brilliant. There is no fault in your shloka at all. Like this, Vallabhacharya left that place, and Rupa Goswami chastised Jiva Goswami. There was a Pandit who came. He came to edit my work, but you chased him away. You didn't give him a chance to edit my work. There wasn't a challenge or battle. Even before that, he ran away. This is not good. If a Pandit has come, you should honor them, but you chased him away. This is not right. Mahaprabhu said what? He said, Trinadapi Sunicha. We should honor the scholars. You did not give him respect. You defeated him. In this, Rupa Goswami said, you are not qualified to stay with me. Go from here. At that time, Jiva Goswami was very hurt. And on the banks of the Jamuna, where crocodiles were staying in the cave, all the Brajvasis were looking for Jiva Goswami. Where is he? And everybody in Braj used to call Sanatana Goswami Bade Baba. Bade Baba. And it's called Jiva Goswami Chota Baba, Small Baba. Where is Small Baba? 2 days passed. The ladies used to go bathe in the Jamuna, where the crocodiles used to live, and they saw Jiva Goswami there. They came and told Sanatana Goswami. He took Sanatana Goswami, then took Jiva Goswami out from there and brought him back to Rupa Goswami.
रूप गोस्वामी पाद कहने लगे,
Rupa
रूप
Goswami
एक
said,
बताओ महाप्रभु की शिक्षा क्या है?
what is Mahaprabhu? No, Sanatan said to Rupa Goswami, what is the teaching of Chaitanya
तो
Mahaprabhu?
रूप गोस्वामी पाद कहने जीवे दया,
Daya, Jive Daya, he said.
नामे रुचि जीवे दया सर्वधर्म
Nami Ruchi Jive Daya.
शिक्षा।
This is the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Have taste in chanting the holy name and give mercy, compassion in this way to the living entities.
सब जीवों के प्रति दया करो। तो सनातन गोस्वामी पाद कहने लगे जीवे
Give
दया,
compassion to the living entities.
समस्त जीव के प्रति दया करो।
So
All the living entities।
Jiva should give mercy to the living entities.
दया क्यों नहीं किया?
So why did you not give compassion to this Jiva?
तू अपने आश्रम से उठा।
Yeah.
है? तो अब उस समय सुन करके
At that, hearing this, Rupa Goswami understood and embraced Jiva Goswami. The teaching in this is that what Jiva Goswami did when somebody offends Shri Guru, that person should be punished and their argument should be defeated. If they dishonor or cut the arguments of your Guru, then you should argue back, and with logic or argument. Jiva Goswami did the right thing, and Rupa Goswami is also teaching. If somebody has come, be humble, glorify them. What will you lose by glorifying somebody? What you will lose? Nothing. It is said in scriptures, even if they lie, what loss will you have? You tell them you are very learned, you are very generous, you are very kind. It's written in scriptures. What will you lose by speaking somebody's glory? If you tell them, oh, there's nobody as great as you, there's nobody as charitable as you, there is nobody as kind as you, what will you lose? Whether they have those qualities or not, if you just glorify them, what difficulty do you have? Don't see anybody's fault. And glorify them. Rupa Goswami wanted to teach this lesson, that this Pandit wanted to teach Jiva Goswami that this Pandit was learned. He should have honored that person. If you don't honor them, then they will become your enemy. That you act according to how that person is towards you. Act according to how that person is towards you. Samadarshana. In this shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, in the assembly of the Pandits, they respect each other accordingly to their knowledge, understanding. For Akbar and Badshah, it said to Akbar said to Birbal, these aubergines are useless, they have no qualities at all. But mashed aubergine, eggplant, make baigan ka. On one hand it says it's bengun is aubergine is very, very nice vegetable. You can do so many things with it. Two things you keep in your house: one aubergine and one potato, or some potatoes and some aubergine, and you will not go hungry. We don't eat bengan aubergine during Chaturmasmi, but otherwise, if your guest comes, you can easily make a sabji from bengan aubergine, bengan rasa, eggplant, mashed eggplant. Bengan, you can go with every vegetable. We'll go also potato. These two things. If you don't put potato in any vegetable, then you will not get this taste. what the devotees they cook for him without any potatoes. He thinks it's not proper, it's not right. Gurudev used to say. Gurudev was once saying, and doctor said, I cannot eat potatoes. If you don't put Gurudev Narayan Maharaj, if you don't put, Gurudev said himself, if you don't put potato in the sabji, then he doesn't feel like eating. If you don't put potato in any sabji you make, then that sabji will not taste as nice. Just put a little when it cooks, and then you mash that potato in that sabji. It makes a nice taste. It looks like there's no potato. You mash the potato in the sabji. Without aloo, the sabji does not taste so nice. There is an art to cooking, and which vegetable goes with which vegetable. Yeah. But the potato goes with all vegetables. Put in any vegetable, put aloo, potato. Even if you just have aubergine and potato, you won't need anything else. Param Gurudev's friend had come. It's afternoon, late afternoon. There was some dal in the house and some potato. Four potatoes and some dal. What he did, he tied the dal in a cloth and put it in the pot and put rice also, and then potato also in the same pot. And then in one pot he made 3 or 4 different types of preparations. By the time he came back from his bath, he'd made already 4 preparations. Very quickly, very simply. Just explaining in brief. One dal, just a little jeera, some oil, and dal is made jeera. Jeera, cumin seed. Like dal with some sabji. And the potato. Some he made a mash, and some part of the potato he sliced, and put some haldi and chas, and made a sabji. Dal ma he made with some vegetable, aloo, mashed potato, and potato sabji rasa in a sauce. Chawal इसमें एक ही pot में चावल in one pot. In 10-15 minutes, how you made so many preparations? He was very happy. And he gave so much in donation, being pleased with his seva mood. Just keep 2 things in your house: aubergine and potato. Aubergine, eggplant, English. So Akbar is saying, aubergine is very, very nice. And Birbal is repeating his words. After some time, Akbar changed his mind. He said, Begun means another word in Hindi is without any qualities. So aubergine has no qualities, nothing. If you have too much of the aubergine, you get a rash on your skin. You get not so much pleasure in eating ladus and kachoris as you get in scratching yourself. Aubergine has no qualities. Birbal saying, Birbal also repeated the same thing Akbar repeated. Opposition has no quality. So Akbar asked Birbal, why do you just repeat what I say? When I said aubergine has no quality, you said aubergine has no quality. When I say aubergine has qualities, and you say aubergine has qualities. So Birbal said, I am your servant. I'm not the servant of the aubergine. Your yes and your no is the same to me. If you say yes, I say yes. If you say no, I say no. You will be pleased, and then if being pleased, you will give me some reward. If I argue with you, then I won't get anything. In this, it's in the same way. Akbar and Bilbal. This conversation. You glorify somebody. What will you have to lose? And why do you want to see somebody's faults? In Shastra, it is said, don't look at anyone's fault. Look at their good qualities. Even if they have faults, try and see their, not try, but see their good qualities. Trinadapi Sunichena. Just glorify them. Very nice, very sweet. Very nice dancer, very nice singer. Yeah. This Maharaj is very nice. That Maharaj who is glorifying me and boosting my ego is very nice Maharaj. Because we're not glorifying Radha and Krishna, glorifying the Maharaj. Oh Maharaj, you spoke so nicely because you glorified me. Bihari Lal ki jai. That's why Mahaprabhu is saying Amana Dena. So Mahaprabhu is saying, don't expect any honor for yourself, but give others all respect.
So good in others.
See, yeah.
Even if they have bad.
Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj on the disappearance of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. If you find this article in the internet, try and find it and read it. In the Harmonist. Rays of the Harmonist. Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. My guru was such a great personality. When I used to come next to my Gurudev, when I used to come next to Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, my spiritual master used to become very happy and glorify me. Why? He's saying, my spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta was Uttam Mahabhagavat. When he saw somebody who used to get stimulation, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami, he used to see the mountains of calm, lust, anger, greed, envy in my heart. He used to see Govardhan in that mountain. I had no qualities, but all the lust, anger, mountain-like qualities, these faults, he used to see Giriraj Govardhan in that. How wonderful my spiritual master was. Very nice article. When you read it, you will cry. My spiritual Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj used to glorify Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada so much in this way that the mountain of lust, anger, greed in my heart, he used to see as Giriraj Govardhan, giving honor to others, respect. Gaud Hari Ki Jai. The Sat Sandarbha. Tattva Sandarbha. Where is that list? Sat Sandarbha. Paramatma Sandarbha. Bhagavad Sandarbha, Krishna Sandarbha, Priti Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha. These 6 Sandarbhas. Very nice. Jeev Sandarbha. एक और हरे कृष्ण महाराज 6 it's better to say I don't remember rather than speculating and saying anything else. Jiva Sandarbha doesn't. There's one fool but a great fool. If you don't know, just say you don't know and admit. Better not to say anything. It's not good to speculate. And Mahaprabhu used to say, there's one fool and there's one great fool. If I don't remember, not everybody can remember or have that capacity. Just be simple. Just don't speak whatever comes into your mind. Srila Jiva Goswami, he manifests these sandarbhas and very beautiful writings, and then he wrote commentaries on the shlokas of the Srimad Bhagavatam. That commentary is known as Durgam Sangini Tika. It's known as Durgam Sangini Tika. Very beautiful. Vaishnav Toshani, Laghu Vaishnav Toshani, Brihad Vaishnav Toshani by Sanatana Goswami Pad. That is called Brihad Vaishnav Toshani. And Jiva Goswami Pad, he wrote Laghu Vaishnav Toshani. Laghu Vaishnav Toshani. He also wrote Gopal Champu. He wrote many writings. It was very he spoke about Swakya and Parakya and established that supremacy. And they said that Jiva Goswami is not Rupanuga. And those who speak like this are fools. He is a Rupanuga Acharya Varga. Rupa Goswami gave to his wealth to Raghunath Das Goswami, and then the other to Jiva Goswami, where Jiva Goswami put emphasis on Swakya Bhav. He's writing himself. He's right. This is my own desire to establish Parakya Bhav, where I've written about Swakya Bhav. I've written for others. Swakitya Bhav and Parakya Bhav. Those who are not qualified, they will not understand Parakya Bhav. For this reason, they will have this mundane conception. Parikshit Maharaj says, Krishna, he manifests in this world to establish religious principles. In the Bhagavad Gita, this shloka is spoken. Dharmastapna arthaya. So how is it that he is performing ras with the wives of others? What will be the benefit of society in this? For this reason, it is said that Parikshit Maharaj asked this question to Shukadeva Goswami, that the Lord came to establish religious principles, and yet you said that these gopis are the wives of others. So why is Krishna performing this ras dance with the wives of others? They will be worthy of being criticized by everyone. The society will criticize this idea.
क्यों आप बताएं?
Why have you spoken like this?
ऐसे बोला था कि और अगर वो भी बोलता ना कि अभिप्राय और विशेष करके जो गोपी केंद्र में ब्रह्म ज्ञान नहीं हुआ
And this Brahmagyan and Tattva-gyan is not in the heart of the gopis. They were not. They did not have this knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are performing such great austerities have so much knowledge. They know Krishna to be the Supreme Personality. The gopis were not at all inclined in this way, in knowledge or in renunciation. How they attained the Lord? Well, this doubt is in my mind, Parikshit Maharaj is saying. But he's not saying for himself, he's saying for others. So Shukadev Goswami became a little angry on Parikshit Maharaj. He said, I have spoken this already. I told you before. In the 7th canto, I answered this question. Anybody who anyhow becomes absorbed in the Lord, all their lust, anger, greed is automatically destroyed. Even in the pastime of Krishna taking the gopis' clothes, the gopis, because they were totally absorbed in me, I took all of that lust, anger in their hearts. And the Lord is saying, one who becomes absorbed in me, I take away all of their lust, anger, greed, what to speak. I also take away their desire for these things. Like, if you, that grain which is boiled in hot water will not sprout. In the same way, that potency will be removed from the grain to sprout. In the same way, one who becomes absorbed in me, I take everything that is undesirable from their heart. Like Shishupal, such a rascal, becoming absorbed in me, he attained such a high level. Krishna cut Shishupal's head. He attained this state of Brahma state. Bhajan. One has to be absorbed in one's bhajan, whether as an enemy or as a friend. This is the way to attain the Lord. 5 ways you can attain the Lord. Kama, Deshat, Krodhat. In the shloka, it is described by Kam, transcendental lust. Kamat Gopa. The gopis attain the Lord by their transcendental love. Absorbed. Bhayat Kansa was so afraid of Krishna. Night and day he was absorbed in Krishna. And in this fear he attained. And Shishupal, he was envious, jealous. And the Pandavas, through their love and affection for Krishna, they were so absorbed in their love and affection for Krishna, they attained the Lord. And the rishis, with their relationship with Rishni Lok, Yadavas, Rishni, from those of his dynasty, they were absorbed. And Narad Rishi, the Narad Rishi said, through the process of bhakti, the process is, the secret is to be absorbed. So, whether it's directly or indirectly, favorably or unfavorably, whether as an enemy or as a friend. To attain the Lord, there is only one way. One has to be absorbed. the gopis, I'm sorry, Shishupal was as an enemy. He had this benediction that if he swore at Krishna sequentially 100 times, he would lose his head. At that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing the yajna. Everybody put forward Krishna as the head of the ceremonies, and they wanted to inaugurate Krishna. And then Shishupal started swearing at that time. He said up to 99 swears. They were trying to stop him, but Krishna said he has a benediction that he can swear 100 times, but after that he will not be saved. He did not do any bhajan or sadhana. And this avishta, this absorption, gopis were avishta, absorbed. And the other consideration is the gopis were not ordinary. And they are Srimati Radhika's Kaya view, Haladini Sakti Swarup, Srimati Radhika. And they were expansions of her. Externally, we see them as ladies. But even the great rishis, they came as gopis in the forest of Dandakaranya. They were absorbed in that mood. They glorified the rishis of Dandakaranya so much. And the mercy of Shri Ramchandra. And those rishis staying in Dandakari furnish that were chanting the same mantra, Gopal mantra you are chanting, the same mantra. The rishis were chanting. They were chanting for 10,000 years. Now you're saying that, Gurudev, I've not achieved anything. But are you chanting your mantras properly? Those rishis, they chanted for 10,000 years to attain their perfection. But you are chanting one day, not chanting the next day. You do not know even the meaning of the mantra. You're a fool. But whether you know the meaning or not, that mantra will have its effect. Everything has its own inherent potency, its own tamarind. Tamarind is sour. Why is it sour? Whether you know or don't know, it will taste sour. That substance, that quality is within the substance, whether you know the meaning or not. If you put your hand in fire, the fire will certainly burn. Whether you know the meaning of the mantra or not, the mantra will still have effect. This is the thing. People say the Gurudev didn't explain properly the meaning of the mantra. But I say you chant it properly 10 times. 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the afternoon, and 10 times in the evening. Then the meaning will manifest. The mantra is perfected, self-manifest. The mantra will reveal itself. If you know the meaning, it may be quicker, but don't worry if you don't know the meaning of the mantra. The Dantakara rishis, for 10,000 years, they chanted the Gopal mantra. and seeing Ramchandra, they ran after Ramchandra. Ramchandra said to the rishis, I understand your mood, I understand your desire, but I have taken a vow that I will only take one wife in this incarnation. I will accept you in my Krishna pastime, and by the arrangement of Yogamaya, you will appear in Braj. This is the mercy of Lord Ramchandra. His glories are such that are unexplainable, never in the past or future. In this way, and the scriptures have spoken, and read, and slowly, and doing chanting, whether you understand or not. This was the exchange between Churika Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. Churika Maharaj used to say, I am not qualified to enter Ras. If I do heard, are you qualified to chant Harinam? What is your qualification to chant the holy name? Do you have Trinada piece in each area? Gurudev used to speak like. Then why are you chanting if you don't have this? This was the loving quarrel between Churika Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. Gurudev used to say, what is said in scriptures we should repeat. The Lord will make that qualification. Nityananda Prabhu will give you the qualification. By chanting this mantra, Nam is sadhan and the sadhya, the process and the goal. By chanting, everything will manifest, whether you know or do not know. These beautiful conceptions are there. Take Prashant. And Bihari Lal ki jai. There are many pastimes of Jiva Goswami. Jai Shri Ram. Parakya Bhav is the supreme. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Which?
Right? He said he's not qualified to chant
No, just mantra. Are you chant Harinam? Gurudev said to him, are you qualified to chant Harinam?
He said, I'm not qualified to chant any mantra.
No, he didn't say that.